Imagine owning this brand new 4-bedroom home with payments as low as $2,100 a month, $11,000 down, interest rates as low as 3.99%. Let me show you how. If you're looking for homes like this to get sent directly to you via email or text message, but you're not ready for a phone call yet with a realtor or a mortgage broker, in the description I have a VIP list where you can fill out some information and I'll get properties like this sent right to you. So go down to the description, fill that out. I'll send you some properties. I'll send you a quick text to confirm. And then whenever you're ready for that phone call, you just reach out. My name is Joe Ogando. I'm a Florida realtor and mortgage broker as well. With one credit pull, we're able to shop up to 49 different lenders to get you the best deal. But in a property like this, with this new construction builder, it's actually a better deal to go with their lender. On this property right here, actually, they have a 3.99% interest rate starting, depending on if you qualify, through the end of April. They also have 4.99% rates, and they have closing cost incentives from $10,000 to $14,000. And if you're looking to switch brokers or get into real estate, reach out to me as well. We'd love to have a conversation with you. Our brokerage is looking for new agents. Our team is looking for new agents. We also have openings for loan officers as well. So if you want to get into the mortgage industry, I can help you as well. So reach out to me for that. This home that we're checking out has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. We're on a cul-de-sac right now, so you have that peace of mind. So you can have the kids hanging out out front, maybe some small pets hanging out out front. So you have the cul-de-sac back here with the privacy, 4 beds, 2 bath, 1828 square feet. Currently, this one's priced at $319,000. When it comes to running numbers on a property like this, when you're like in the low to mid 300s, you want to factor in the down payment and the closing costs. Something like this with a traditional FHA loan would be around $11,000 to $12,000 up front for a down payment. But when you're buying a home, there's also a closing cost. So you want to factor in another maybe 4%. It's just an estimate. So at 320 times 4%, you probably got another $12,800. This builder, depending on which promotion you pick, can give you from $10,000 to $14,000. So if you need the better interest rate, the 3.99 going through the end of April 2025, they'll give you about $10,000 in closing costs. But if the interest rate doesn't matter as much and you want to save more cash, they'll give you a 4.99 up to $14,000 in closing costs. When you're buying a home, there's multiple steps in the process. I've sold hundreds of homes at this point over my 5 years doing this, and I'm pretty, experienced with all the different steps in the process. One of the first steps, whether it's resale or new construction, depending on the new construction builder, because some have their own contracts and some use the standard as is contract. But let's say you're buying a home. First thing you want to figure out is what type of offer do you want to put in. That has to do with the price of the property, as well as the inspection period, as well as closing dates and any contingencies that you may have. putting together the price of the property, you also want to figure out what your initial deposit will be. On traditional resale homes, you pretty much get to dictate what you want to offer, whereas with the builders, they pretty much have a set standard of what they'll accept as a deposit. Now, the escrow deposit is what the initial deposit will be, and that will be applied to your total bill at closing. So it's not extra money that you're paying, but it's more of a deposit that you're putting up front to show good faith. Whether it's a new home or a resale home, you want to get a home inspection. These are man-made homes. They're not built by robots yet. So you want to make sure that you get the property inspected. Now, it's not that they're hiding anything, but the builders do have sometimes good warranties and good processes in place, and some don't. Some have headaches in place after you close to get things fixed. So it'd be better if you figured out what the issues are before you close. Now, a lot of other agents just want the commission, they just want the deal to go smooth. They won't even recommend the home inspection. But then they're getting those phone calls after closing like, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened. Whereas with me, I'm more proactive and I'm like, let's get the home inspection up front, even though I've seen it in the builder rep's face sometimes when I say, all right, so how can we schedule this home inspection with an outside third-party inspector separate from like what your supervisor is gonna do? And they give me that weird look, but they want the sale, so then they, we get back on the same page. So you gotta decide which home inspector you're gonna pick. I have a list of home inspectors I can recommend, or we can work with whatever one you have in mind. But you wanna get a home inspection, and then when they give you the report, you wanna hand it over to the supervisor and kind of see like what items are deal breakers, what they can fix to make this home perfect for you. One of the most important steps after the home inspection is actually the appraisal. Nobody really knows the value of these homes. These are just predictions based on recent sales and trends, trajectories, all that stuff. The appraiser is actually gonna go out and it's gonna appraise the property. You wanna make sure you have some sort of appraisal contingency in place so that the property doesn't have that value, and we can kind of renegotiate the deal. All these properties that are changing hands, selling, buying, you never know when there might be an issue with title. So you want to make sure that you have a title company run a title search on the property. And the good news is in Florida, depending on which county you're buying in, the seller is going to pay for the title policy. That's going to help. So if anything pops up later on after you've bought the house, the title policy, title insurance would help, alleviate whatever situation that might be up to a certain amount. For more information on that, reach out to a local title company as well. But in the central part of Florida, the sellers typically pick the title company, which means you as a buyer get to save some money because the seller's gonna pay for that. I think in South Florida, the buyers actually pick the title company, which means you have an added cost to buying the property in South Florida. So you got your inspections done, you got your appraisal done, the bank has all your documents, you sent so many documents, you're frustrated at this point, and then you get something called a conditional approval. And then your eyes open up, like you first see, hey, congrats, you're conditionally approved, and then you see a long list of items and you're gonna freak out. This happens all the time. First-time home buyers, repeat buyers, they freak out when they see the conditional approval. Conditional approval is they're just tightening up a few things, and they are gonna ask for some documents again. It's gonna be super frustrating. They're gonna ask for a new pay stub again, a new bank statement, because the time has passed by since you first started this application. So they're gonna need a copy of updated documents. They may not need a new tax return, a new ID or nothing like that, but documents that are time sensitive, they might need a new one. And what's gonna happen is the loan officer or the bank has a processor who's gonna work on clearing all those conditions to put your file back in underwriting to get a clear to close. The clear to close is issued, and now it's time for a final walkthrough. So you've got everything done, utilities are gonna be put into your name by the day of closing. We gotta walk the house one more time. We gotta make sure that there's nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing destroyed in the property. We wanna make sure everything's good. So you wanna schedule that final walkthrough because you don't wanna close, get the keys, and then go to the house and you find some sort of issue. So always do the final walkthrough. That pretty much wraps up this video. If you found any value in this video, consider subscribing to the channel, drop a like. Also follow me on Instagram at TheRealJoeDenny. If you're looking for homes to be sent to your email directly, down in the description, VIP list. Or if you want to get started with a pre-approval right away, we have a pre-approval link down there as well. Or if you're looking to get into real estate or switch brokers, there's a link down there as well to join Real Broker. I'll see you on the next video. And if you want to watch more videos in this city, just click on this thumbnail or this next playlist up here somewhere.